Hi everyone, thanks for watching. We're going to draw Mickey Mouse today, so this is what it's going to look like when we're done. But we're going to start from scratch with nothing on the paper. We're going to show you step by step exactly how to do it. So let's get some pencils and crayons out and get started.
It's Thumbs Up Toy Time!
We're going to do this step by step. And when you do that, you're going to start off with a circle with a pencil. And that will be Mickey's head. So this gives us a rough idea where things are. Then you can draw a line across where his mouth will be, approximately where his nose is, and then his eyes. And this is all just kind of an approximate. This will change as we start to draw the rest of them, fill them out. That's going to be his body, and this is rough, remember that. We're going to do an arm down here. We're going to do a big hand here. We're going to do another one here. And then we'll have feet. We're going to shorten that there. So that's all approximate, remember. So now we're going to go in and we're going to start to draw his head. These are Mickey's big cheeks. That's his mouth. We draw a big smile going across like Mickey has. And we got his tongue. Now his nose, you want to see where his nose lines up. His nose lines up right here with his cheeks. So we'll draw that. There's his nose. It's got a line above it. We'll straighten that out when we do the ink. There's his eyes. His eyes are always a little different almost each time. And there's his hair. We'll come in and do his body. These would be his pants. We're going to bring his arm down here. This would be his glove. He's got big hands, doesn't he? That's his glove. We do his other arm over here. This is his glove here. We're going to do it this way though. His arm would come up there and then in. And this arm, I'm going to have it bring in here. That will be his pants. He has big buttons. Then we do his legs. Start off one leg here. Then we'll do his other leg. And remember, this line is going to be longer than this line because it's at an angle. That's his shoes, which are fairly large. Have this line come down here. We're going to draw this foot first. This foot comes out kind of big. There's a line across to give it some shape. And this line comes up. And in. And of course, it wouldn't be Mickey without Mickey ears. So that's a start. Okay. Now we're going to move on to the pen and then coloring. Here's where we'll use the black marker now. We're going to speed up the video here though because there's a lot of coloring in, and so it's going to take a long time. So we're going to speed it up so we don't spend that much time coloring in. But right now we're going to use a permanent black marker like you can buy anywhere in the store. And we're just going to do an outline here of everything that we've drawn now in pencil. And we can make small adjustments, as you can see right now. That's what I'm doing to the pencil marks. So if we didn't like exactly where the pencil marks were, we want to change them just a little bit, then this is our opportunity to do that. So you can kind of go in and fine tune the drawing with your ink. The ears are the most important thing on Mickey, as you can imagine, so getting the shape of the ears is important. So you might even want to practice those separately and just draw Mickey's ears over and over again. So, because if they don't look like Mickey's ears, it won't look like Mickey. His arms and his big hands. He has giant hands. And how many fingers does Mickey have? Only 4. Walt Disney decided he just wanted 4 fingers on Mickey, not 5. His big buttons. Now we'll go down and do the legs and his shoes. These are pretty easy to draw. It just takes practice. If you just draw over and over and over and over again, you'll eventually get it. And eventually you'll be able to draw them without even having to look at anything, a picture of them or any reference. So now we're going to do a pencil. This is a flesh colored pencil. You can buy it in any art store. Here I'm going to take the eraser and I'm going to erase as much of the pencil marks as I can so they don't show, which is what everybody does. So there's nothing new here. So we're going to take away as much of the pencil marks as we can so you just see the ink. And you'll still see the pencil somewhere in certain places, but that's okay. Then we'll go back in with our flesh colored colored pencil. You could use a peach colored one. You could see anything that's close to the flesh colored for Mickey because that's the color of his face. If you go to a good art store, you're going to have a lot more selection with the colored pencils there. But you should be able to find something at some of the other stores too, the hobby stores. And just stay in the lines the best you can. We'll do his tongue, pink. Sometimes it's reddish, sometimes it's pink. We're going to take a little red and darken part of it, just to darken a little bit and kind of give it that modeling, that shaded look to it so it isn't all just one color and flat. If you add a little different shade of a color, it makes it look a little brown, more three-dimensional, doesn't look so flat. Now here's a black pencil from a hobby store that's a little bit more grayish and charcoal. So here's a black pencil that I got at a art store. A little more specialty items, and it's more of a true black, as you can see. Do his eyes, do his nose. There's a lot of black in Mickey, so make sure you got a lot of black pencil. Now we're going to do the whites of his eyes, even though the paper's white already, But as you can see, when you do the white, it makes the white pop out from the paper just a little bit. A big smiling face. We'll go back over his lips, because when we use a pencil on this, it kind of covered up some of the blinds a little bit, so they weren't quite as rich and black. So we're going to go back in and draw over them a little bit. Now here's a little trick, and this is a good one. Take a piece of paper and put it underneath the palm of your hand when you're drawing over something, so over his face. If you don't do that, the chance of smearing, in this case, Mickey's face with your hand can happen. And it just go in and smear his face, or smear the ink around, or smear the pencil around. So if you put a piece of paper over it, it will cut the chances of that happening. It kind of protect the drawing. So it's a nice little trick, and it's something I would get in the habit of doing. A lot of black here. So that's why we got the video going so fast, because it's just a lot of coloring in. And you can make those ears even darker black, a richer black, if you just keep drawing over them and over them. But for the purpose of what we're going to do here today, we'll go over them once or twice, and then we'll leave it at that. And that'll be black enough for now. And of course the red on his pants. Mickey's always wearing red pants. So color that in. Just follow those lines as close as you can. Doesn't have to be perfect, but as close as you can do it. We'll leave the buttons white, because they're always white. We're getting there. There's the white again, fill in the buttons, just to make them stand out a little bit. And of course the gloves. You always know Mickey buys gloves. Go back over the black lines to make those stand out more. And his giant feet. Takes a lot of yellow to draw those feet. So we'll do it as quick as we can here. We're almost there. We're going to do a little something here though when we're done, so stick around, keep watching. We'd appreciate it if you would subscribe to our channel so we can keep making videos. Give us a like and share the video with friends. So we'd appreciate that very much too. We're going to do a lot more drawings, a lot of other things. We'll draw Minnie Mouse and some of the other Disney characters, and Scooby-Doo and a lot of others. If you go to our channel, we have Scooby-Doo drawings. We have a lot of different things there you can do. And we have some toys you can look at. Do a lot of toy reviews. So there's a lot of different things there you can find. Here you're going to put in a little bit of background so he's just not floating in the air though. So we got Mickey finished, but now we're going to give him a little bit of background, like he's standing on maybe a path or a sidewalk of some kind. So just so it doesn't look like he's floating, we'll turn the pencil sideways a little bit so we can cover more territory instead of just using the tip of it. This is just going to be very light. Again, so just makes Mickey look like he's not floating in midair. Do the bottom here. See how it looks now? So it looks like he's standing on something. And the closer we are to him, the more we're going to draw a little bit darker so it kind of looks like a shadow. So he's really anchored down. Just got a couple little spots here to finish up. There we go. It's about the last of it there. Well, there we have it. There's Mickey, all finished. Not too hard, it takes a lot of practice. It just takes time, that's all. So if you look at the video down there, you can practice drawing a picture of Scooby-Doo. Just click the box next to him and you can see Scooby-Doo being drawn and learn how to draw him. Please subscribe to the channel, share us, give us a like. We'll see you next time on Thumbs Up Toy Time.